Hi, and welcome to today's knitting proficiency tutorial. Today we're going to talk about joining in the round. You've read oftentimes in patterns where it says, now join in the round, making sure to prevent twisting your cast on edge. And today we're going to talk about 3 different ways that you can easily avoid joining in the round and twisting, having an unwanted twist in your cast on edge. So the first one I recommend often is before you join in the round, instead of doing it on the first row, that you actually knit 4 rows flat before you actually go to in the round. And so on the 5th row, which I've already started here, so I've knit about half my stitches. I switched to a second double pointed needle in this case, but you could do it with circular cable needles as well. And then I knit the second half of my row, my 5th row. And now you can see that there's enough fabric at the bottom where it's very clear when you go to join in the round. You go to join in the round that there is no twist in your cast on edge. And so at this point, bring my yarn over the top. I can join in the round. And I do snug up a little bit on the second stitch just to make sure that that join is relatively tight. Now you can see I've successfully joined in the round without twisting the stitch. And then when I'm done, I just use the tail end of my cast on edge to do a mattress seam stitch or whatever stitch is appropriate for these 4 rows. So using the small amount of yarn, I'm going to have to weave it in anyway. And so I might as well be joining in the few stitches that I didn't knit in the round, the few rows that I didn't knit in the round. The second way I'm going to talk about joining in the round without twisting your stitches is used primarily on double pointed needles for me. So for instance, if I'm doing a cuff down sock and I want to join in the round, this is a method that I typically want to use. So I've cast on a number of stitches and it's relatively easy to see on one needle that it's not twisted. And so I'm going to shift about half those stitches onto a second needle. I went approximately half or there. I didn't quite go half, I don't think. I fold the knitting in half and making sure and put the 2 needles parallel. And this way I can ascertain very easily that the cast on edge is not twisted. And when I do that, I take my, and you have to be careful you don't use your cast on tail, you use your working yarn. It's so many of us have done that. I can hold these needles parallel and taking up the 3rd needle, I take this over the top and I can knit into that first cast on stitch. And on the second stitch, before I execute that stitch, I snug it up a little bit so that the join in the round is a little bit closer. And so just by holding those two needles parallel, I can see the cast on edge isn't twisted when I do that. And so when I join in the round, it comes out as a nice, even, untwisted join directly from the first part. This method works particularly well when you're doing stranded knitting, starting with your first row. It's a little bit harder to do stranded knitting flat for 4 rows like in the first method. And so this method works pretty well for me when I'm doing that kind of thing. Finally, I'm going to show the same method as method 2, except on circular needles. It's a little bit more difficult on circular needles, especially when you have a lot of stitches, to make sure that when you start knitting to join in the round, that your stitches are all even and not, especially if they're bunched up on the cable needle. Now in this particular case, I could probably stretch them out easily enough to be able to ascertain that I hadn't put a twist in my cast on edging. But just to be certain, one of the things that I do is sort of like you would do with magic loop. I blister out the cable part of the needle and pull my stitches as much as I can, depending on how many I have, up onto the needle itself. Onto the needle portion as opposed to on the cable portion of the circular cable needle. And I keep the last stitch that I work to the back and the first stitch that I'm going to join in the round to the front. And I hold these needles parallel, just like I did with the double pointed needles. And that way I can ascertain that the cast on edge is all pointed downward. It's a lot easier to see that even when they're bunched up quite a bit, that the cast on edge does not have a twist in it when I go to join in the round. Again, I leave the last piece I've worked in the back and the first stitch I'm going to knit in the round in the front. And then I actually use the magic loop concept, and I pull my needle through. Knitting that first stitch that I cast on. And as I knit my second stitch, snug that up before I actually execute it again. Then continue on knitting in the round. So very similar to the second method where I hold my needles parallel so that I can ascertain that the cast on edge is definitely not twisted. This method with the circular cable needle actually allows you to both cast on in if you've got enough stitches to incorporate on your entire circular cable needle, or if you're doing magic loop type of knitting where you want to actually blister out that needle, and you can start in that method that way as well. So hopefully those 3 methods have been very useful in terms of making sure you avoid that dreaded twist in your cast on edge. Thanks for joining. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and certainly subscribe and/or follow me if you haven't already done that. And I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Thanks again.